One question I often get from attorneys is, have you been through the VA disability claims process? Yes, I have. Back in 1998, when I went through Army Ranger School, I fell off the side of the mountain, injured my left shoulder. Later, I deployed to Iraq. When I came back from Iraq, we were encouraged to go to the VA. I had documentation in my record that my left shoulder was injured. The problem was, it was my right shoulder that was bothering me, and it probably had to do with the IBA, just wearing all the gear, and the left shoulder injury, and just things getting worse. Those of you that have done a lot of ruck marches know what it's like. At the end of the day, you take the ruck off and you kind of feel that pain in your shoulder, that tingling in the arm, and it never went away in my right arm. So I went to the VA and I got a 10% disability rating in my left shoulder. Well, my right arm was actually 1 inch smaller than my left arm. And I said, well, what about my right arm? And they said, oh, well, that's just related to stress. And then I actually had to go back and have another doctor evaluate it, and they evaluated it at 0%. That's what I really learned firsthand, how veterans don't get fair treatment from the VA. It was clear I had an injury to my right shoulder, and the VA thought it was at first stress, and then they rated it lower than the left shoulder. And it just seemed unfair to me. Now, at that time, I had represented a lot of veterans, and to be completely transparent, I didn't want to go to the VA. I didn't think I had time to go to the VA. But my dad encouraged me. My dad, a Vietnam veteran who was exposed to Agent Orange, went to the VA, and he said, look, if you're going to be a leader, you got to lead by example. And to lead by example, you have to know what all other veterans are going through. And while this shoulder injury may be something minor that's going to fix itself, you need to know. And so I went to the VA, and we talked about options for surgery and other ways to fix it. And ultimately, they advised me not to go through surgery due to potential risk of permanent injury. Anytime you mess with the spinal cord, and for me it's between the C5, C6 vertebrae, you risk potential paralysis. So I didn't want to take that risk. But I did go through the process. I know what it means to go through the process, to file the forms, to get that rating decision and be confused by it because I thought it was pretty clear as to what was going on. I know what it means to go through multiple examinations to get the disability benefits that you've earned.